Have you ever been rejected again and again until you started believing maybe you're just not good enough? What if I told you there's a man who was rejected over 30 times, failed in school, couldn't get a job at KFC, and still became one of the richest people in the world? This is not a fairy tale. This is the unbelievable story of Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, a man who turned failure into fuel and rejection into revolution. Stay with me till the end, because Jack Ma's journey will change how you look at failure forever. Jack Ma was born in 1964 in Hangzhou, China. He wasn't born rich, powerful, or even particularly smart by society's standards. In fact, Jack grew up during a time when China was just opening to the world, a time of struggle and uncertainty. As a child, Jack Ma loved English. But here's the twist. He didn't have access to foreign teachers or books, so what did he do? Every morning at 5 a.m., young Jack would ride his bicycle to a nearby hotel just to speak with tourists and practice his English for 9 straight years. He did this not for money, not for fame, but because he believed in learning something that could make his world bigger. That small daily habit, that hunger to learn, became the foundation of everything he would achieve later. But life wasn't kind to him. Jack failed his primary school exams twice. He failed his middle school exams 3 times. He even failed university entrance exams twice. When he finally graduated, Jack applied to dozens of jobs, but every single one rejected him. He applied to the police. They said no. He applied at KFC. 24 people applied, 23 got the job. Jack was the only one rejected. Imagine being told again and again, you're not good enough. But Jack didn't quit. He said once, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure. In 1995, Jack visited the United States for the first time. There, something happened that changed his life forever. He was introduced to the internet, a completely new world he had never seen before. Someone typed the word beer into a search engine. Results appeared from many countries, but none from China. That moment hit him like lightning. He realized China was missing from the internet, and that gap was an opportunity. Jack didn't know how to code. He didn't know much about technology, but he knew how to dream. He returned to China with one goal: to bring his country online. But it wasn't easy. Investors laughed at him. They said, you don't even know how the internet works. But Jack believed, we don't need to understand technology to believe in people. He built Alibaba on trust, passion, and persistence, not money. For years, he earned nothing. He faced criticism, bankruptcy fears, and sleepless nights. Yet, every time he was knocked down, he stood up again, stronger. By 2003, Alibaba was struggling. Competitors like eBay had entered China and were crushing smaller startups. Everyone told Jack to quit. But he didn't. He believed that a small team with a big dream could beat a giant. He launched Taobao, a platform focused on Chinese sellers and buyers, free to use, people-friendly, and culturally global. And guess what? It worked. People loved it. Within a few years, Alibaba became the largest e-commerce platform in China, beating eBay completely, and the rest became history. In 2014, Alibaba went public on the New York Stock Exchange, raising $25 billion, the largest IPO ever at that time. The man who was once rejected by KFC had built a company worth more than the biggest corporations in America. But Jack's true success wasn't money, it was impact. He gave millions of small businesses a platform. He created jobs for thousands. He showed the world that dreams have no boundaries, and that the human spirit can be measured by grades or job offers. He said, never give up. Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. So, what can we learn from Jack Ma? First, failure is not the end, it's the beginning of discovery. Every rejection, every mistake, it's just redirection. Second, learn endlessly. Jack didn't stop learning English, even when there were no teachers. He created opportunities instead of waiting for them. Third, believe in people and purpose, not just profit. Jack always said, if you want to be successful, help others to succeed. Success isn't about being the smartest, it's about being the most persistent. It's about waking up one more time after every failure. And it's about believing when nobody else does. From a boy who failed school to a man who changed global business, Jack Ma's life is proof that success doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the relentless. So the next time you're rejected, smile. Because every no brings you one step closer to your yes. Remember, your story isn't written by your failures, it's written by what you do after them. This is Jack Ma's story, and maybe your story is just beginning. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more stories that change the way we see the world.